Happy Saturday, everyone, and welcome to Aurora's Book Corner, where I read you books simply because I can. So basically, this is a new thing on my channel. It's called Aurora's Book Corner, where I read you books simply because I can. And basically what I'm going to be doing in these segments is I'm going to be taking pages from a book that I have read recently or that I want to read, and I'm going to be flipping to random pages, and I am going to read those pages with as much intensity. As you guys know, I am an actress, so I am going to make this fun for all of us. So let's get into it. This week on Aurora's Book Corner, I am going to be reading Delirium by Lauren Oliver. Now, I have actually read this book, and I just finished it recently, and it was an amazing book, and it is set in the future. It's like The Hunger Games, but not really The Hunger Games, but these glasses are fun. Comment down below if you like these glasses, because I like them. But, yeah, so this is basically a book about, well, I'll tell you at the end, because it's more fun when I don't tell you. But, the main character in this book is Lena. And yeah, so let's go ahead and get started. 239. And there he is, walking through the door with his hands stuffed in his pockets of a pair of raggedy board shorts, and his hair sticking up all crazy around his head, like it really is made out of leaves and twigs. Alex. I nearly topple off my stool. He shoots me a quick sideways grin and then starts walking the aisles lazily, picking up really random things, like a bag of pork skin cracklings and a can of really gross cauliflower soup, and making exaggerated noises of interest like, "This looks so delicious." So it's all I can do to keep from cracking up laughing. He has to squeeze by Jed at one point. The aisles at the store are pretty narrow, and Jed's not exactly lightweight. And when Jed barely glances at him, a thrill shoots through me. He doesn't know. He doesn't know that I can still taste Alex's lips against mine, can still feel his hands sliding over my shoulders. For the first time in my life, I've done something for me, and by choice, and not because somebody told me that it was good or bad. As Alex walks through the store, I think that there's an invisible thread tethering us together, and somehow it makes me feel more powerful than ever before. Finally, Alex comes up to the counter with a pack of gum, a bag of chips, and a root beer. "Will that be all?" I say, carefully to keep my voice steady, but I can feel the color rising to my cheeks. His eyes are amazing today, almost pure gold. He nods. "That's all." Page 47. I ran. Hannah, 1 foot on a bench, is lacing up her shoes when I come in. My awful secret is that I like to run with Hannah partly because it's the single soul, solitary shred of thing that I can do better than she can, but I would never admit that out loud in a million years. I haven't even had a chance to put my bag down before she's leaning forward and grabbing my arm. "Can you believe it?" She's fighting a smile. Her eyes are a pinwheel of color. Blue, green, gold, flashing like they always do when she's excited about something. It was definitely the Invalids. That's what everybody's saying anyway. We're the only people in the locker room. All the sports teams have finished their seasons, but I instinctively whip my head around when she says the word. "Keep your voice down." She pulls back a little, tossing her hair over one shoulder. "Relax. I did recon. Even check the toilet stalls. We're in the clear." I open up the gym locker I've had for all my 10 years at St. Anne's. At its bottom is a film of gum wrappers and shredded notes and lost paper clips. And on top of that, my small limp pile of running clothes, 2 pairs of shoes, my cross-country team jersey, and a dozen half-used bottles of deodorant. That was page 47. Do one more page closer to the end because the end's fun. Page 367. It seems, all of a sudden, that he is very far away, and when Frank speaks up behind me, his voice too sounds distant. "That's where she was," he is saying. "Number 118. Admin hasn't coughed up the dough to get the walls patched yet. So, for now, we're just leaving it as is. Not a lot of money around here for improvements." Alex is watching me. All his control and confidence has vanished. His eyes are blazing with anger, or maybe pain. His mouth is twisted into a grimace. My head feels full of noise. Alex holds up his hand like he's thinking of blocking my progress. Our eyes meet for just a second and something flashes between us. A warning, or an apology maybe. And then I am pushing beyond him into cell 118. In almost every way, it is identical to the cells I've glimpsed through the tiny hallway windows. A rough cement floor, a rust-stained toilet, and a bucket full of water, in which several cockroaches are revolving slowly. A tiny iron bed with a paper-thin mattress, which someone has dragged into the very center of the room. But the walls are covered, crammed with writing. No, not writing. They are covered with a single 4-letter word that has been inscribed over and over on every available surface. Love. Looped huge and scratched just barely in the corners. Inscribed in graceful script and solid block lettering. Chipped, scratched, picked away, as though the walls are slowly melting into poetry. And those, my friends, are 3 pages of the book Delirium by Lauren Oliver. Now, this book, I can read you the back. They say that the cure for love will make me happy and safe forever. I've always believed them, until now. Now, everything has changed. Now, I'd rather be infected with love for the tiniest sliver of a second than live 100 years smothered by a lie. So basically, this book is set in the future. It is set in Maine, and Portland, Maine to be exact. And basically what has happened in this book is that they have discovered that love is a disease, and it's deliria. And it's not good, so they've done everything that they can to prevent it, and they have a cure. And Lena is going to turn 18 in about 90 days, 3 months, and that is when she can get cured. And there's about this whole thing. No. Don't do that. But there's this whole thing about how love isn't good, and then she starts realizing as the summer goes on that maybe love isn't so bad, and she meets Alex, who is cured, and she goes on this whole adventure, and maybe she goes into the wilds, maybe she doesn't, maybe she lives there, maybe she doesn't. Does she get killed? I don't know. Read the book to find out. So yeah, you should definitely check out Delirium by Lauren Oliver if you like Divergent, The Hunger Games, stories like that, things set in the future. I'm totally blanking on the word that you call those books, but sorry about that. But definitely check Delirium by Lauren Oliver out, and you could even check it out on Audible, I think. But yeah, so hope you guys enjoyed
Aurora's Book Corner.
And I will see you next Saturday with a brand new video. So yeah, thank you for watching. Leave a comment below if you like this series that I'm doing. And I'll see you guys next Saturday. Bye. Love you.
Then, alright then, you're in the clear.
That was ominous. Thank you.
Open up. This is a raid.